Over the past years, NITA has partnered with Smart Infraco in this drive and achieved tremendous success with overhaul of the existing infrastructure. As the commercial and technical partner of NITA, Smart Infraco ensures that all public and private enterprises have easy access and enjoy the full benefits of connectivity on network.
Smart Infraco is a telecom company, and we provide managed service to other telecom companies. We also support them to transform their infrastructure. At the moment, we are into partnership with National Information Technology Agency, that's NITA. Since we came on board, what we've done with NITA is to upgrade their infrastructure.
It's a good relationship because at times when government doesn't take these responsibilities up, because government has other priorities, but if they give it to a private partner like Smart Infraco, that they've come in, they are investing heavily.
It has also set up an open neutral access digital infrastructure to make the nation ready for 5G. Technology continues to enhance and advance the cause of humanity. Here in Ghana, the story is no different. The government had a vision to transform the nation through technology. It set up NITA and built the Eastern Corridor fiber cable to digitalize government administration and to amplify economic activity. Over the past years, NITA has partnered with Smart Infraco in this drive and achieved tremendous success with overhaul of the existing infrastructure. As the commercial and technical partner of NITA, Smart Infraco ensures that all public and private enterprises have easy access and enjoy the full benefits of connectivity on network.
Smart Infraco is a telecom company, and we provide managed service to other telecom companies. We also support them to transform their infrastructure. At the moment, we are into partnership with National Information Technology Agency, that's NITA. Since we came on board, what we've done with NITA is to upgrade their infrastructure.
It's a good relationship because at times when government doesn't take these responsibilities up, because government has other priorities, but if they give it to a private partner like Smart Infraco, that they've come in, they are investing heavily.
It has also set up an open neutral access digital infrastructure to make the nation ready for 5G. Technology continues to enhance and advance the cause of humanity. Here in Ghana, the story is no different. The government had a vision to transform the nation through technology. It set up NITA and built the Eastern Corridor fiber cable to digitalize government administration and to amplify economic activity. Over the past years, NITA has partnered with Smart Infraco in this drive and achieved tremendous success with overhaul of the existing infrastructure. As the commercial and technical partner of NITA, Smart Infraco ensures that all public and private enterprises have easy access and enjoy the full benefits of connectivity on network.
Smart Infraco is a telecom company, and we provide managed service to other telecom companies. We also support them to transform their infrastructure. At the moment, we are into partnership with National Information Technology Agency, that's NITA. Since we came on board, what we've done with NITA is to upgrade their infrastructure.
It's a good relationship because at times when government doesn't take these responsibilities up, because government has other priorities, but if they give it to a private partner like Smart Infraco, that they've come in, they are investing heavily.
It has also set up an open neutral access digital infrastructure to make the nation ready for 5G.
Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We're excited to have you with us for this virtual webinar on the topic Building a Digital First Business, Scalable, Secure, and Future Ready IT Solutions. I'm Ernestina, and I'll be your host for today's session. We're especially thrilled to be joined by four outstanding guest speakers who will bring a range of expertise and insights to today's discussion. We'll give about 2 minutes for our colleagues to join us. And so the current time is 2:02. When it's 2:04, we'll come back live. So stick and stay. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.
Technology continues to enhance and advance the cause of humanity. Here in Ghana, the story is no different. The government had a vision to transform the nation through technology. It set up NITA and built the Eastern Corridor fiber cable to digitalize government administration and to amplify economic activity. Over the past years, NITA has partnered with Smart Infraco in this drive and achieved tremendous success with overhaul of the existing infrastructure. As the commercial and technical partner of NITA, Smart Infraco ensures that all public and private enterprises have easy access and enjoy the full benefits of connectivity on network.
Smart Infraco is a telecom company, and we provide managed service to other telecom companies. We also support them to transform their infrastructure. At the moment, we are into partnership with National Information Technology Agency, that's NITA. Since we came on board, what we've done with NITA is to upgrade their infrastructure.
It's a good relationship because at times when government doesn't take these responsibilities up, because government has other priorities, but if they give it to a private partner like Smart Infraco, that they've come in, they are investing heavily.
It has also set up an open neutral access digital infrastructure to make the nation ready for 5G. Technology continues to enhance and advance the cause of humanity. Here in Ghana, the story is no different. The government had a vision to transform the nation through technology. It set up NITA and built the Eastern Corridor fiber cable to digitalize government administration and to amplify economic activity. Over the past years, NITA has partnered with Smart Infraco in this drive and achieved tremendous success with overhaul of the existing infrastructure. As the commercial and technical partner of NITA, Smart Infraco ensures that all public and private enterprises have easy access and enjoy the full benefits of connectivity on network.
Smart Infraco is a telecom company, and we provide managed service to other telecom companies. We also support them to transform their infrastructure. At the moment, we are into partnership with National Information Technology Agency, that's NITA. Since we came on board, what we've done with NITA is to upgrade their infrastructure.
It's a good relationship because at times when government doesn't take these responsibilities up, because government has other priorities, but if they give it to a private partner like Smart Infraco, that they've come in, they are investing heavily.
It has also set up an open neutral access digital infrastructure to make the nation ready for 5G. Technology continues to enhance and advance the cause of humanity. Here in Ghana, the story is no different. The government had a vision to transform the nation through technology. It set up NITA and built the Eastern Corridor fiber cable to digitalize government administration and to amplify economic activity. Over the past years, NITA has partnered with Smart Infraco in this drive and achieved tremendous success with overhaul of the existing infrastructure. As the commercial and technical partner of NITA, Smart Infraco ensures that all public and private enterprises have easy access and enjoy the full benefits of connectivity on network.
Smart Infraco is a telecom company, and we provide managed service to other telecom companies. We also support them to transform their infrastructure. At the moment, we are into partnership with National Information Technology Agency, that's NITA. Since we came on board, what we've done with NITA is to upgrade their infrastructure.
It's a good relationship because at times when government doesn't take these responsibilities up, because government has other priorities, but if they give it to a private partner like Smart Infraco, that they've come in, they are investing heavily.
It has also set up an open neutral access digital infrastructure to make the nation ready for 5G.
Okay, you're welcome once again. My name is Ernestina, and I'll be your moderator for today. We have an engaging and informative session planned, filled with insights, discussions, and opportunities to learn and connect. Now, before we begin today's session, just a few housekeeping notes. You can feel free to use the chat or Q&A session for any questions or comments throughout the session. The webinar is being recorded and we'll be sharing the recording and any relevant resources after the event. We also encourage you to stay engaged and participate as much as possible because your inputs add value to the experience. Now, I'll be introducing our speakers who would be adding more insights to the topic for today. So, our first speaker is a seasoned IT infrastructure and telecom consultant with over a decade of experience across West and East Africa. He has led core network designs, digital transformation, and regulatory projects, including serving as the technical consultant for ARCEP, Benin's numbering plan migration. He architectured Ghana's Interconnect Clearinghouse, which processes over a billion calls monthly. He holds a master's in strategic management and certifications in cybersecurity, information security auditing, and IT service management. He brings a practical perspective to building secure, scalable, and future ready digital infrastructure for enterprise growth. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Kwame Anoche, the CTO of AfriWave Telecom.
Thank you, Ernestina, and
Hello,
welcome.
Kwame, you are welcome.
Hi, Ernestina, and hi, everyone.
Hi. So, our second speaker is the Chief Technical Officer at AT. He drives the strategic technical vision and innovation for one of Ghana's leading telecommunications company with expertise in network planning, deployment, and optimization. He has held leadership roles and gained intense experience across multiple network operators like Vodafone, Tigo, and Airtel Tigo, and OEMs like Huawei and Ericsson. He holds a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering and an MBA from the Suffolk University, UK, and is a certified project management professional. Recently, he was recognized amongst the top 12 of Africa's most influential telecom leaders by Africa Tech Festival's exclusive reports. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Emmanuel Owusu, the CTO of AT Ghana. You're welcome, Emmanuel.
Thank you very much, Ernestina. Thank you. Welcome, guys.
Okay, so on to our third speaker. With over 2 decades of hands on expertise in network deployment and digital infrastructure transformation, he's a distinguished leader in the telecommunications industry. His impressive career spans the execution of high impact telecom projects across Asia and Africa. His strengths include leading 70 plus field teams, managing multi vendor environments, optimizing network performance, and implementing cost effective infrastructure sharing models. A PMP certified professional, he blends technical depth with strategic leadership. His expertise are in fiber broadband rollouts, drive test and network optimization, infrastructure sharing strategies, tender and RFP management, and telecom program delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Palaksha Swami, the head of program management at Ascent Digital Solutions Limited. You welcome, Palaksha.
Thank you, Ernestina. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you.
So they'll each be sharing their perspectives on today's topic, which is on building a digital first business, scalable, secure, and future ready IT solutions. So without wasting my time, let's move on with the program for today. Now, my first question will go to Kwame, who would give us a brief meaning of what it means to be a digital first business in today's business landscape and why it's important. So, Kwame, please help us. What does being a digital first business mean in today's business landscape and why do you think it's important?
All right. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning to other viewers and people who have joined in from other countries. I would dare say, like we say in Adeseta College, all protocols observed. And I welcome my co-presenters as well on this webinar. So we are discussing digital first business. So what it means is that we are putting digitization or digitalization at the forefront of any business that we create. And that will mean that when we say we are digitizing something, it means that it is data driven. In today's world, every business that you engage in, we expect that we digitize it. And we are not looking at very big businesses. So any sector that you find yourself in, SMEs like retail, people who sell stuff. So let's even take, for example, people who are on campus who want to start small businesses like selling stuff. To digitize means that, for example, you can be able to use simple tools like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook to be able to advertise your business. That is you digitizing your business. And that will mean that you are when we say prioritizing or making it first, it means that from the start of the business, so the strategy of the business, which is the first thing, strategy means that the a plan of action that you put together to achieve a goal. And so if your business goals are to be able to sell to the world, then it means that right from the inception of the business, you are thinking of how to reach the entire world from the beginning. That means take it out first. So, for example, in the past, people would invest so much in billboards. Billboards are good. Nobody is saying billboards are bad. So, if you put a billboard, for example, around a place where 1,000 cars pass each day, what it means is that if you have two people sitting in one car, you are having access to 2,000 people by placing the billboard at one particular place. But if you rather take that business or that same flyer onto Facebook, or you give it to an influencer who has 2 million followers, automatically, even if a half of that followers come online to look at that advert, what you've done is that you automatically reach 1 million people as compared to reaching 2,000 people when you did a billboard. So digital first will mean that right from the inception of a business, you are thinking of how to reach people or to get your business out there quickly and faster at a very cost effective way. Because, for example, the example I just gave, an advert on a billboard placed at a place and an advert on a Facebook page with 2 million followers. The cost implication for both, the person who will do it on a Facebook page compared to the person who will do it on a billboard, it's cost effective to do it digitally and you reach more people than you would have reached if you were doing it physically on a billboard. So digital first business means that you are actually being able to reach out to people more. And the other thing is that when we say digital first, we are looking at scalability, the ability to be able to scale the business, grow the business up. So you wouldn't need to redo or rehash the stuff that you do. For example, if for example you do a business on a cloud-based solution, and I want to limit it to very simple solutions. For example, you have a WhatsApp business or a WhatsApp business account, for example. Um, you don't need to, for example, go and register the business again in other countries. You can actually start the business in any country where you find yourself in by just using WhatsApp. So you're able to scale your business to other countries just by using a very basic tool like WhatsApp Business. So now, when we say digital first, we mean put digitalization as the core of your business, not as and when. As you start your business, you have to envisage that you are taking this business to the world by digitizing the entire business. That is what we mean by digital first.
Okay. So in short, when you bring your business online, then it means you are digitizing it, and then that's what digital first means. I hope you are taking notes. I hope your notebooks and pens are ready. I hope you are being attentive, because the beginning already is getting interesting for me. And as Emmanuel rightfully said, you need to get some goals for your business. Then you know the kind of target you want, which people would you want to reach out to. Based on that, you know how digital you're going to make your business go. So, what role does collaboration between telcos, infrastructure providers, and governments play in building a truly digital first ecosystem? And I would like Emmanuel to help us with this. What role does collaboration between telcos, infrastructure providers, and government play in building a truly digital first ecosystem?
Thank you very much, Ernestina. So I think that I'll start by saying that one, first, there should be a shared vision, right? Uh, Going the journey alone always will take one very difficult to go, but going with others is very easy. So the first thing I'll say is having a shared vision. And if you look at today, the government of Ghana has set the tone for quite a number of years and administrations now to put digitalization at the forefront and try and leapfrog Africa's slow pace, right? So how do we bring people to buy into that vision? Singularly, as mobile telecom operators, we are into the business of providing digital services. We are into the business of providing connectivity for money, right? But then when you look at a vision of connecting as many people as possible, then you would now begin to think about, okay, how do we go beyond the main cities, the urban areas where people are already connected? So then we say that, okay, from a cost point of view for operators, it's very expensive to send technology to far reaching places like rural areas. How do we bring others on board? That's where the infrastructure providers come in. So typically, you'd have an infrastructure provider, which in our market is either a tower infrastructure provider who build the towers, or fiber infrastructure provider who provide the fibers. So in the past, mobile network operators would typically build everything out. They'll build their own infrastructure and then they'll ride. But no, now carrying these infrastructure providers along and sitting down with them with this shared vision, there's a way we can find a way to reach places that are not today reachable. Now, I started by bringing in government, right? But one key help that government can do is providing the policy and the framework. So there are resources that government holds today. There is spectrum. How do they offer spectrum to operators to be able to leapfrog and then go to these hard to reach places? How are they able to, through tax regimes, make it easy for us to bring in infrastructure, probably with some rebates, to be able to extend these services across? So I'm saying all this from a conceptual basis, but we have a running model today. Over the last, I would say, 8 years, there's a running rural telephony project that was done through clear collaboration from all players, telcos, infrastructure providers, and government. So today, network operators, AT at the front, we have tried as much as possible to offer our towers. When I say towers, towers we presently are renting from tower companies, but provide transmission to these rural sites that were initially funded by government. So government built out the rural sites, operators provided a transmission to connect these sites, and in discussions with tower companies, we found a way to make the cost of running these a bit acceptable to take these infrastructure to these rural areas. So I would say that to be able to do this by building a truly digital first ecosystem, there has to be collaboration, there has to be a shared vision, and everybody needs to look at that shared vision to see how they can support it in terms of making it work.
Okay, so there's a shared vision in making everything work. But then sometimes doesn't it get frustrating when you'd want to make your business digital as a small business owner, and then you're getting frustrated by your connectivity with regards to your internet connectivity, reception. I think we'll get there. So, in your opinion, what's the most critical investment a business should make to future proof its digital infrastructure? And that will go back to Kwame.
That's a difficult one. The most critical. I guess I'm allowed to choose only one, or I have multiple options.
Or you can feel free, anything to make us understand you better.
Okay. I think I would rather coin something. So I think it should be cloud native. If I say cloud native, um, I mean it should be cloud based. So when I say cloud, I mean the business should be accessible anywhere in the on the wherever you are, anywhere anybody finds it. So that business must be accessible there. Um, my colleague from AT was talking about how the we can leverage on partnerships to do some of these things. So as a business, you don't need to reinvent this cloud business. So for example, I will go back to the very basics. Even advertising on WhatsApp or putting your business on WhatsApp actually makes it a cloud-based business. I would use a very simple example as somebody who wants to sell food, for example. Um, in today's world, you probably would need a space to sell the food. Maybe if you want people to come around and come and eat, you would need to have a bigger space, have tables, have chairs, and all that. But if you want to digitize it, you can, for example, decide to use a Haptel, and they would use their infrastructure. They have, apart from being on that platform where it reaches millions, they also have an indoor logistics service like a courier that can bring the food to you as well. I mean, in today's world, you have businesses where you can actually go on a website or even WhatsApp, and then you can actually order the food. And I'll move on from being cloud native to API acceptable. When I say API, I mean you being able to add on other services on the business, on your core business. So, for example, if your core business was to say selling food or selling wares, clothes, or anything else, or offering any service, usually more often than not, you would have people buying the service or paying for the service. If your service is digital and it's API based, you can easily integrate that system with Momo, for example, and then you don't need to reinvent the wheel. All you need to do is to get the APIs. For example, MTN's API, even APIs of AT, I understand are also open source now, where they are available. So you build your application based on those APIs, and all you do is to integrate that, and then you can move from just offering the service to getting people to actually pay for the service using that API. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel. So the most critical now will be it being able to be accessible across the globe, one, and then scalability, having an API based system where if you want to add any add on services like payments, like Courier or any other service, you only have to integrate with a very simple API and then you call upon it. In fact, other businesses can even leverage on what you have built and then move on from there. So that is another important thing. The other thing I want to touch on is that in today's world, whereas the tools are available for you to use, you will also need to look at the legal framework or the regulations that govern some of these things. So in Ghana, for example, one of the things that the government has put in place, if you actually are taking data from people, so for example, even if your business is on WhatsApp, the law requires you that since you are taking data from people, so for example, you have the names of people who are buying from you, you have their numbers, sometimes you have their location and all that. This is data you are taking from customers. The law requires that you register with the Data Protection Commission. If you don't do that, that is actually an illegality. The GRA or DPC can actually close down your business. So even though you may have digitized your business because you're not taking care of the legal framework around this digitalization and all that, you could be found wanting. So, in summary, your business must be cloud based, and I don't mean go reinvent the wheel by investing in the servers and all of that. You can easily just start with Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, all this social media, even TikTok is gaining a lot of traction. People advertise and all that on that platform. So a very important thing that you need to consider. And then, like I said, that business must be scalable. WhatsApp or Instagram is going nowhere. So if your business is being advertised or you using that platform, you can tell that this will last for a long time. And then take care of your the legalities around you being a digital business. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kwame. So, for our audience, if you have a business or you now have the idea of starting a business, please make good use of this session. The comment session is yours, the chat box is yours. Ask any questions you would want, and our seasoned speakers will answer that for you. So, it looks like we've left Palaksha on the side for far too long. So, let's go to Palaksha. What are some of the biggest misconceptions organizations have when it comes to implementing digital first strategies?
That's a very good question, Tina. Okay. One of the biggest misconceptions that any organization now they have is that digital first means they believe that it's just digital, just by applying any technology, new technology in your organization. But in reality, that's not true because just implementing any new technology or adopting any new digital platform doesn't suffice to run any organization until and unless the mindset and culture of the team members is changed, because many companies they just they just rush to adopt new tools or new platforms in their organization without aligning their people. Okay, so in reality what I feel is that any digital platform, any new technology implementation, it should go aligned with the team members, where the team members should start implementing those technologies into their day-to-day life or day-to-day activities in their company. And another one more is that any digital implementation or technology implementation, it's not just a short term or a one, like a short or one time project. Why I say like that? Any digital transformation, like if you say, like if you go way back 20 years back, we were all communicating by using some postcards or letters to communicate with our far relatives or friends and wait several days to receive feedback from them or respond to response from them. But the initial digital platform that started is pager. It's just a short message that we used to send to our relatives or friends. Then with the short message, they used to respond to us or they used to call us. So that was the initial digital transformation that started. But it's not just one time project, or it's not a short term project. It's a long term project where, if you see today, way back from 20 years to today, now from the pager we started mobility, from mobility we started, like internet solutions. So it's not just one short project, but last 20 years, if you see, now most important is mobile money technology, which we are almost across the globe. It's a one of the wonderful and successful digital platform that everybody is using. Just by implementing mobile money, and not enhancing or not engaging the users and not educating them, not training them, this mobile money digital platform would have not been so success. So what I say is that just by implementing the technology will not run any organization until and unless it has to be downloaded to all the employees, all the staffs, everyone, so that they start implementing into their day-to-day life. Only then the digitalization or digital first technology will be a success. Some more companies will also believe that by implementing more software technologies, more software platforms, or more apps into their organization is enough. The company will go very fine. But no, because end of the day, if the users they don't enhance, or the tools doesn't enhance the user experience, then it's of no use. The tools is just a tool, the apps is just an app laying in the system. So any app or any software or any tools will get value when users start using it, when the company, when the organizers start implementing it into their day-to-day business, into their technology department, in all the various departments, only then it will be a great success. Sometimes some organizations they also believe that let us not worry about the employees, let's focus only on customer satisfaction by implementing some digital technologies. But again we will fail, because while enhancing digital touchpoints for customers, it is also critical that the internal processes and the internal employee experience is also equally needed for any digitalization or optimization to be a grand success in the company. There's one more misconception in a company that by adopting digitalization or a technology, we can do a lot of cost cutting. But that's not true, because in some companies they will focus too much on automation, like digitalization, implementation of new softwares, new tools to reduce like cost. But digital first approach, it should be what I believe that it should create values in the company, it should create values in the employees, it should create values in the system, rather than thinking about cutting the cost. So these are the basic misconceptions that any organizations have when they think about implementing new technology or implementing an digital first in their organization. Thank you.
Thank you to Palaksha. And I'm really glad that we have heads of organizations amongst us. So this one will be to you. Don't only focus on the softwares you are bringing in, but also focus on the value that it brings to your employees as well. Now, same on and still on Palaksha, how can businesses balance the pace of digital adoption with long-term scalability and security?
Fantastic. Like I said, any digital technology implementation should not be think as a one-time project or as a short-term project. It should always have a long-term scalability by by adopting agile business technology. Why I say is that during implementation of any technology or any digitalization platforms, we should first think that whether this strategy is really aligned with our business goals. Because first we need to ensure that any new changes that we bring to the organization, is it aligned to our business goals? Will it really help us in long term objectives? By implementing this, whether our customer satisfaction is achieved, and whether our company can expand globally, or we can expand in operationally, and we can achieve operational efficiencies. So these are the parameters that we need to think while adopting or while implementing any digital platforms. And also while adopting, we also need to understand and prioritize use cases. For example, when we implement any technology software or technology digital platforms, we should make sure that it has high impact, positive impact on our company, rather than having high risk. Meaning, any changes that we do, any technology implementation that we do to the organization, it should give us a positive high impact and low risk. How to achieve this? In order for us to achieve this, we should adopt a scalable technology. For example, cloud infrastructure. Use cloud platforms which really offers a flexible resource to growth of the organization, and also that should create new business demands. And second foremost, another thing is like microservices architecture. We can build some applications, okay, in modular components where we can improve the technology uh, and improve the company's growth with long term and scalability. There are also some like APIs and automation technologies that also help any company in streamlining the operations, and also it makes it very easy to integrate the current software technology as well as to enhance the future tools. Okay, and there are also some embedded security cyber security technologies where by integrating these cyber security technologies into our system, this will also help in in long-term scalability. Okay, and we also need to have an internal audits, okay, who will help us in auditing the processes, the policies, or any technologies that we are implementing, that were adopted in our company or in our organization. They need to do a proper internal audits, periodical audits, so that those audit reports help us to know how we are performing, to help us to know how we are delivering, and what are all the loopholes that we have, what are all the backlogs that we have, and how to mitigate those areas, and how to make the company profitable. Okay, so these are the some most parameters that will really help in balancing the company in a digital platform in a long term scalability, and also in using the security factors.
Okay, so I'm happy we have a seasoned speaker who is, who has an expertise in auditing and security. So, as you mentioned cybersecurity, I would like to ask this question or pose this question to Kwame. How can businesses ensure that their digital transformation efforts remain secure amidst increasing cyber threats?
Thanks. I think that is one of the serious risks with digitalization. So, in fact, one of the reasons why most companies in this part of our world carried in digitizing their business was because they were afraid that their businesses would either people would steal their ideas or they will lose money or things like that. So you would realize that even most of the old people don't like to even have initially they didn't even want to have mobile money accounts because they thought people would scam them. Some elderly women who don't even want to use Visa cards because they think once somebody knows their PIN, they could easily go into your account and take stuff. So for businesses to build businesses that are secure, they go hand in hand. Like I said, when we say digital first, it means that right from the inception of the business, the strategy, the processes, the customer experience must all be built on having security must be built in from the very onset, not along the way. So in cybersecurity, we say zero trust. When I say zero trust, what we mean is that you don't trust anybody, not even your employees. So then what it means that if you have passwords or you have um, means of accessing your infrastructure, you trust no device, no person. So everybody must authenticate. In fact, in today's world, even basic tools like WhatsApp are forcing users to have two-factor authentication, where you are asked to input a six-digit code to authenticate that it's actually you. So security must be part of the business. It has to be imbibed in it. So zero trust. You trust no person because in cybersecurity the least or the easier way to attack a system is usually through its users. That is the weakest link, the devices. So for example, even if you build the most secured building, or the most secured house in this world, you still need a key to enter the house. You need to open your door and exit. So if you hand over that key to a thief, even though you may have built all the security that you put in, once the thief opens the door will just open for the person to enter. So if your password are not secured and somebody can use social engineering, have some conversation with you, and then have you, for example, normal fraud, the person convinces you to enter your PIN, for example. Once you enter your PIN, automatically, without the security that MTN has built on their architecture, goes away because you only need your PIN to access your money. So you need to make sure that you are able to protect these assets. The other thing is that you need to train users of that architecture or that digital solution on how to secure that platform. So training is a very key component of cybersecurity. So you will see, I'm using Momo because Momo is now seems to be the easiest way for people to do payments. You will see Airtel Money, Telecel Money, MTN Mobile Money. They are always doing adverts on how you protect your asset, which is the PIN. So training is so important. You have to offer training to your staff, like Zapalacha said. You have to offer training to the users of the platform. Training is a very, very, very important aspect of security as well. The other thing is that um, I spoke about zero trust, and then I've spoken about training. And the other thing is you using the most advanced tools. And I'll give a very simple example of what I mean by advanced tools or the most recent tools. We all use phones these days, and mobile phones have become the easier tool to access digital solutions. Most of them are not. Most people ignore updates. Even if you ask some of us on this platform what version of Android we are even running on our phones or iOS that we are using, we don't even know. Some people think that if they update their phones, probably it will take too much space on their phone, so they will not update at all. If you don't update, you see, because digitalization is actually advancing, so are the thieves or the hackers also advancing. So once, for example, a software version is released today, the thieves or the bad hackers are actually trying how to break into these systems. Once they find loopholes or they find backends, the people who create these softwares also create patches to be able to fix these loopholes. So if a hacker is able to hack version 1, for example, and then you don't update, maybe version 1.2 or version 1.3 has been able to patch or fix that problem. Because you don't update yours to version 1.3, the hacker is easily able to hack into your version 1.0 that you are still using because there's a vulnerability. No system is foolproof. So you need to make sure that every platform that you are using, whether big or small, whether WhatsApp or server or anything, you make sure that you are running the most recent system or the most recent update on that software. Otherwise, you have problems. Take a typical example like iOS, I mean iPhones. You know, in the past, people were able to hack or have bypasses to be able to use the phones once they are stolen. But once they released the new iPhone, the new iOS, they found ways to plug these holes. So if you have an iPhone now and you are still running version 15 or version 14, you are vulnerable already. Just by you not updating your phone software, you're already vulnerable. So updating the software, the data platform that you are using is so important. Make sure you are always running the most recent updates for whatever platform that you use to access your digital tools. If we are able to go through this basic stuff, we will be fine. And let's make sure that we are always using very hard to guess passwords. Don't use your girlfriend's name, your mother's date of birth, those things. If anybody is able to get any of that, the person automatically has access to your. So make sure you are using very strong passwords. And now, because digitalization is actually improving, systems actually force users to change their passwords every now and then. WhatsApp and all of those things, emails, systems that we use on campuses, systems we use in our offices. Now we are forced, like every month, every 3 months, to change your password so that even if it's somebody knows the password already, because it's changed every now and then, you are able to secure your digital space. So I think these are some of the basic things we can do to secure our digital platform. Thank you.
Very interesting. So zero trust. Trust nobody, not even yourself. Because humans, like they say, are the weakest links in terms of security. And then anything you do that writes or works or runs on the internet, know that you need some form of security. because there are hackers out there waiting for you. Don't think your business is too small and so nobody can do anything to you. Common data can be stolen from you, and that will be your end. So let's treat security with the utmost importance. And also, to the leads of our organizations, please train your employees, because no matter what amount of money you are investing into the company, if an employee who has lack of security awareness does anything on your system, you are going down, and all that money is going down in the drain. So please, we need training, not just when it's cyber security awareness month, but any other day. Security is very important. Thank you very much. So I would ask Palaksha this question. What are the common mistakes businesses make when scaling IT infrastructure, and how can they avoid them?
Thank you, Tina. It's a very important question, basically, because we know that all the companies they want to go with like IT infrastructure, they want to go in technology, but there are several key parameters that they need to keep in their mind. One is lack of strategy planning, meaning when proper planning is not done, then definitely the company will fail. So, what are the things that we need to take it up as a key points while during the planning? One is, first of all, organizations should understand what type of IT infrastructure that our company needs, because IT infrastructure is different for different business models. For health sector, it is different. For banking sector, which is most sensitive, it is totally different. For education system, it is totally different. So first of all, we need to understand for our organization what type of IT infrastructure is needed, when do we need, and how soon we need, and how long we need. Based on that, we need to have a strategy plans. Based on the plans, we need to, so these like having these strategy plans will also help us in planning the budget. Okay, just going ahead and deploying a large scale of IT infrastructure and spending too much of money will definitely, we will lose a lot of money, because even if we know if we need or if we don't need, we are just investing. So that's the reason lack of strategy planning is very very important, so that we need to plan properly. Second thing is that ignoring security and compliance. What do you mean by ignoring security and compliance? See, any company, when we start implementing any software tools or any ERP tools or any digital platforms, our company's security, our company data is always on threat, because a lot of information has been shared. There will be a lot of competitors in the market, where the competitors may need information from our organization, how they are doing, what they are doing. So in order for us to secure and grow, our internal security system should be very very strict and constant. How to make it happen? Each and every employees, like my colleague Kwame and all, they said every employees should be undergoing regular periodical IT security training. We need to educate them before sending or before opening any emails. What are the things that we need to do, what we should not do. We can even create a like mock email phishing things in a company, wherein the IT guys can just send a mock emails to any employees and try if they will open it or if they don't open it. By that, will the company will get to know that whether each and every employees are aware of IT security. So what I would like to say is that educating every employee on IT security is very important, and we need to make sure that while implementing the IT infrastructure, are we really compliance to the governance of the country? Because every country has IT department has its own compliance. Whether while implementing, are we compliant to the government regulations? Okay, this is very important. And sometimes what happens, we will be using some type of system, some type of softwares or some type of platforms in a system, which is maybe like outdated, but still we are very used to the old technology. We are very used to the way we are working. We are not ready to implement or ready to change to the new technology or upgrade ourselves to the new technology because we are not ready because of the mindset. So by using this, what happens, our company system and our company data is again on threat. So what we need to do is immediately we need to shift the companies to the modern infrastructure and start using cloud services or microservices. There are so many third party partners are there who provides best cybersecurity system, best microservices system. We need to adopt to the new technology and slowly, gradually decommission the old legacy system which we are using since couple of years. By doing this, we will our company IT infrastructure, our company data, our company information is always secured. This is most important for any company. Okay, and also, like I said, we should not just invest too much of money in implementing our own strategies or our own platforms. Rather than that, we can use the third party services like pay as you go. Pay as you go, that means we can save a lot of capital investment. And by adopting pay as you go, we will just be spending only the operational cost what we are using. By adopting this methodology, we can definitely save a lot of money to the organization also. Okay. And one more thing, like I said, by implementing a third party audit company to audit our infrastructure, to audit our data, what we are doing, how we are doing, is anything that needs to be replaced, is anything that we need to upgrade. All these ideas will be given by the third party vendors so that any point of time our organization is upgraded and up to the mark. And most important thing that any organization should have while developing IT infrastructure is that disaster recovery and redundancy planning. If we don't have disaster recovery and redundancy plan, then just forget about all the data. One or the other day, because we don't know, because every day there's dark fiber people who is 360 degrees 24 by 7, they'll be watching to get the data, to get the information. If we don't have disaster recovery system implemented in our system, in our company, then we are always like open for the open market to share our data. So these are the main important things that we need to implement while we need to take care of mind while implementing the IT infrastructure. So in order to like summarize everything, we need to have a strategy planning. We need to use modern technology and modern tools. We need to have a skilled personals. We need to keep training our employees. A periodical training is very, very important, and we need to make sure that any point of time we are compliant with the government rules and regulations. These are very important. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Palaksha. So, to Emmanuel, how do you see emerging technologies like AI, 5G, edge computing reshaping the digital first agenda in the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years?
Very, very good question, Ernestina. If I have to talk about AI, 5G, and edge computing, it could take us 3 days. But I mean, starting off, let me just start off with 5G, right? Because that's the new buzzword, even though all these are current trends. What was the concept, the real concept of 5G when it was being conceptualized? Were three main things. The first thing was enhanced mobile broadband, the ability to provide faster internet beyond the technologies that exist, mobile technology that existed before 5G, that's 4G, and then the other technologies. The second was massive machine connectivity. So massive machine connectivity was it's just a concept to go beyond connecting people, now connecting devices. Today in some homes, the TV is connected, the washing machine is connected, the fridge is connected, the doors are connected, the lights are connected. The whole concept of smart cities, making sure everything that is connectable is connected, right? And then the third one, which I personally take as the most important, ultra reliable, low latency services. So I know sometimes we get stuck on speed, 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 speed. My internet is slow; it has to be fast. But there's one part of a very fast internet that goes beyond just the internet speed. It's the ability to have a very low latent service. So whatever you are asking for, at the point of touch of a button, you should really get it. Now, the 5G concept of ultra reliable, low latency was on the concept of autonomous vehicles, on the concept of the ability, even in the healthcare industry, the ability to have a surgeon, I'll flip it, the ability to have a surgeon in Ghana operating on somebody in Russia, the ability to have a whole factory set up without any human beings, but just machines that are fully connected, managed by sensors, and reacting instantaneously to any instruction that whatever AI is sitting on top of it. So these concepts of 5G, I want to bring it home to Ghana. I want to bring it home to Africa. If you look at our biggest challenge from a connectivity point of view, I would say that everybody's going to complain that their internet at home is not as fast as they would like it to be. So I would want to hint on the enhanced mobile broadband. Today you have MTN, you have Telecel, you have AT. The ability to connect people to devices, the ability to connect even devices as has been envisaged, is always getting more challenging because there are more services that have gone digital and are going digital, and there are more people that are yet to be connected. So over the next couple of years, I see next gen, which is the 5G operator that is supposed to provide 5G services on a wholesale basis to all operators, taking the leapfrog in providing these services across the industry for Ghana. So I know from my engagements with Next Gen that they are just at the point of launching 5G. With the support of government, this could be a reality for every single person that today doesn't have 5G services. So what that would give us is that's going to give us additional bandwidth beyond what 4G can support, additional bandwidth beyond what 3G and 2G can support, and so make connectivity even easier. Now, this is beyond just connecting people, connecting businesses, because we've been talking a lot about going digital. And I wanted to come in earlier to say that for me, the foundation of going digital is connectivity. The Kwame mentioned a very wonderful example by saying that even advertising your business, because if you don't have customers, you don't have any business. Even getting customers, you can do so much with a billboard in the biggest or highest place in Accra. But if you can just get onto social media, if you can partner with some influencers or celebrities, you could reach in a second a million followers. Now, how do you do that if you're not connected? So I see that connectivity, looking at the passion of government to make the digital agenda really strong, the collaboration between operators, this wholesale provider, tower companies, fiber companies coming together. I really believe that it has set the foundation of us having 5G services everywhere. Now, it's good that we would even talk about providing the service, but we also have to always, anytime you are looking at access to technology, to look at two other things apart from just the service being out there. You have to look at education, and then you have to look at the ability of people to access the services. So today, all these buzzwords like 5G, AI, edge computing, you have to ask your average person. You have to ask your uncle, your grandmother in the village, what does 5G mean to her? What does AI mean to her? It means that a lot of training has to happen for these technologies to be able to use. And that's where I think government can help, but with private partnerships, we find a way to educate people to be able to leverage on these technologies and also find a way to provide the access to the devices that would allow people to leverage on these technologies. So cost is a big thing. Can we enable people by providing cheaper handsets? Because if I have a 5G technology out there and nobody has the money to pay for a 5G enabled device, then what's the point? If I have a 5G technology out there and nobody is able to understand how to access some of these technologies in a local language or build local use cases to market their business and even create their own niche by allowing for local creativity to leverage on these technologies, then what is the point? So for me, I like to treat this in a rounded approach. The technologies are there, but and they are going to be coming in. But how are we going to enable people to leverage and use this technology? And I think education, that is one, and cost of devices, that is two, are one of the things that we have to be able to work on to make sure that in the next 3 to 5 years, access to these technologies are mainstream so that we can boldly say that we are running a digital first economy or a digital first country.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. So this has been a very interesting session. And also soon, time is up. We are about wrapping up. We have a few questions in the comment section, but then to sum it all up, I would let the last person who spoke have the last bite. So, Emmanuel,
That
what advice would you give to organizations just beginning their journey to scalable and secure IT infrastructure?
Okay, so I'm going to try and summarize everything that my colleague speakers have said, right?
Okay.
Because what I want to say is bits and pieces have come from Kwame and Swami. So the first thing, I'm just going to try, the first thing is get a clear digital strategy. And getting that clear digital strategy doesn't mean that you have your IT team sitting in a corner somewhere putting a digital strategy, saying that we need to get a website, we need to get an app. No, it has to follow your business outcomes, it has to follow your business goals. So, right in the boardroom, when you're driving your business strategy, the digital enablers or the people that are going to implement need to be sitting in the room so that you build that digital strategy that is tied to your outcomes, tied to how you're going to reach your customers, how you're going to extend your services, and then how you are going to evolve your business, right? The second thing is invest in scalable connectivity. At AT, we have a blend of fixed mobile hybrid solutions that are scalable from as small as a few Mbps to going 1G and beyond. And you have to don't try to do everything. So Kwame mentioned something about going cloud. Yes, because any business in the past, any business that needed to go digital, first they needed to have a data center. They needed to have a dedicated room. They needed to get a rack. They needed to get AC in the room. They need to get all these servers up. And you realize that probably they're now starting their digital journey. They don't need to incur all this cost. Today, there are a lot of cloud-based solutions that are quite secure that you can leverage on. If you want an on-premise, when I say an on-premise, if you don't want to be in the cloud and because of regulatory constraints that Kwame spoke about, companies like AT, we provide data center services. We would give you space. We would even support you by getting infrastructure, and then you can have your services run and connected to your head office or whichever branch you want to connect. So scaling and getting connectivity and getting these services up bit by bit by partnering with people like AT, AfriWave, Smart Infraco, you're going to be able to get partners that will support you to go along that digital journey. Now, the third thing is security. Prioritize security because the biggest thing you want to, the thing you want to do is try to go global by going digital. You don't want to open the door to just anybody. So prioritize security, use private APNs, try and use VPNs as much as possible, set trunking, protect your data and protect your communications. Today, there are quite a number of services that if you talk to AT, we'll be able to tell you how we can secure your communications. We can tell you how we can give you services that are secure. And so try and be treat security as paramount to whatever plan that you're doing when you're going on a digital journey. And then I'll say leverage on local expertise. Don't try to talk to people that are not local. They need to understand your local challenges. So I would say leverage on local expertise and then adopt an operation cost model. So it goes back to the scalability. Try as much as possible to grow with the business. And when you have companies like AT, what we try to do is that we try to, in terms of scalability, try your go-to market. We try to fix your go-to market timelines, which means at any point in time you need to scale, we are there to scale you up, as well as making sure that we provide you a scalable cost model to grow as your business grows. I think that should cover it for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Emmanuel. So, talking about scalability at AT and growing with your customer's business, Kwabnamfu wants to know if you support small businesses and how you go about that. We want to know, is this scalability more of people who are already in business, mid business, businesses that have grown already, or this also like has small businesses at heart? So we'd like to know, how is AT supporting small businesses?
Thank you very much for this. So actually, for I like the question because when we say supporting businesses, we are talking from SMEs. We are talking as low as even that entrepreneur that is starting his own personal business in his backyard, right? The first thing is once you have your business, whether you are a dressmaker, whether you are whatever you're doing, all you need to do is you need to have a social media handle. Once you have a social media handle, you can send your business to the world. Now, to do that, you need to have dedicated internet. You need to have some level of internet services. What we try to do is we build internet solutions from just a single entrepreneur right down to big businesses. So we would have a solution for him that would serve his or her connectivity needs even from that small level. Now, there's also you need to talk to your customers, you need to talk to your colleagues. We have a lot of voice packages. We have a lot of hybrid packages, which is voice and data bundle packages that can allow you to even to some extent have a group of your customers and group of your workers you could call for free within that package of a fixed fee, so that at any point in time, whatever level of businesses, we are finding a way to meet your cost model to support you to go digital and grow your business. So I would say that he can reach out to us and then we could just take the conversation further. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Emmanuel. So, to my audience, you've had that business plan in mind for far too long. Please run to AT and start living the dream. So, there's another question. I'll pose it to all three speakers and then one can take it from there. How can startups adapt digital infrastructure without being overwhelmed by cost and complexity? Please would like to take this question for us.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Um, so so in the office I'm working now, we usually will buy from this is will be a free advert for the company. A jollof company called Didi Jollof.
Haha, good, good
Um,
one.
you see, we if you go to their, I think I picked food from them once. There's no place to even eat. It's a very small space that they are cooking their food from. You can't even sit there and eat. But the customers that they have in a day is about 2,000 in a day. And a very simple cloud infrastructure based on WhatsApp. So you don't need to call anybody. There's no customer person who will receive your orders. It's just WhatsApp. You just send hello, they will respond and give you a menu. This is just basic WhatsApp. You select. So they've integrated a bot in WhatsApp that has digitized the entire ordering process. So you just send them a hi, they will respond back and give you a menu. All you have to do is go to the menu and select a number. The menu comes with the description and the amount. You select the number, they give you the price. If you want any extras, you add the extras, they give you the cost. And then, like I said in the beginning, where I said scalability means having simple APIs. And the API, I mean, being able to integrate your system with other third parties without necessarily changing the whole thing. So they have an API built in there where now it moves from the WhatsApp platform to their payment infrastructure, where you are allowed to pay via Momo, for example. And then you pay on Momo, and then they would ask you to add your location, and this part will deliver the food to you. As simple as that. You don't need to go and people don't know go to the place to go and queue or go and nothing like that. But very simple, cost-effective business. They are not paying any money to WhatsApp. They are the only payment that they probably would have done would be that initial cost of getting the bot in place by a software developer. APIs for MTN basically free. They only would charge the consumer for using the Momo platform, and that is a very simple way of digitizing your business. I'll give you another example of my mother in the village who has moved from, um, how she orders her wares these days. Initially, she has to travel from the village to KETR market to go to each individual shops and go and sort the few things that she has to buy. Now she uses WhatsApp for that. She just would WhatsApp the wholesale people. They will send pictures of the wares that she would want to buy. She select the colors and the type that she wants. They confirm it. She sends the money via Momo, and then they will carry the wares to a VIP or whatever bus station, and the goods delivered to her in her village. As simple as that. So the person in KKT has indirectly digitized the business without necessarily putting in any serious infrastructure, just on WhatsApp, pictures, sending pictures and order, and pay with Momo. Very, very simple. So if you are thinking of business like the other speaker said, there has to be a strategy. What do you need? What do you want to achieve? What is the most cost-effective way to do it? So without that strategy in place and the vision that you want to achieve, you would invest in something that is too expensive and will not give you any results. These days, you don't need to build a data center from scratch. You can like some say you can actually just go to 80 and just lease some space and then start your business. Off you go. You don't need to wait to build a data center, get a land, build it, power, nothing like that. So just know what you want to achieve, and then now AI is all over the place. You can simply go to an AI prompt. There's one even embedded in WhatsApp, Meta AI. You can ask the AI prompt the business idea you have in your mind and ask for ideas, and then you fine tune those ideas, and off you go. You don't need to do any serious research like before. You have to read a lot of websites. Just get an AI to and put your business idea across. The tool or the AI platform will give you some ideas. You fine tune, you talk to a few experts in the industry, and then take off from there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kwame. What a time to be alive. We truly are in a Gen Z world where technology has made everything so easy, less stress, and we are grateful and happy for that. Now, if you have any more questions, you can still use the chat box and our seasoned speakers will answer that for you. So, with a few minutes left, I would like Kwame to tell us what they do at AfriWave. Then from there, Palaksha can also tell us what they do at Smart Infraco. Then Emmanuel will also tell us something little about 80. So let's go with Kwame.
All right. So, Afriwave is a company that is less known to the public, but known to the people in the telecom space. Um, so, our core business is what we call an interconnect clearinghouse. Um, what it is that we have created a common platform that helps the telcos to integrate and allow their consumers to be able to do voice and SMS mainly. Um, so to break it down, if you have say an MTN number and then you want to call an AT number, these are two different networks. Okay, so AT is owned by Ghana now. MTN has its own shareholders and all that, but you want to be able to call a customer on the other side. What it means is that the two organizations or the two systems must talk to each other, and that field makes it possible for that call to be routed to the other side. So that's mainly what we do. That's for voice and SMS. That's our core function, and it's licensed by the NCA to provide this service so that it provides scalability and ease of reconciliation of these calls. so that the telecom companies are able to reconcile the volumes and the amounts that is owed to each other seamlessly. So that's what we do at Afriwave. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kwame. So on to Palaksha.
Okay, thank you, Tina, for giving me another opportunity. So, Smart Infraco, like I said, last 1.5 hours, we are all speaking about digitalization, technology, and also Smart Infraco. We provide dedicated internet solutions. We are not only a ISP provider, internet service provider. We are also a company that provides a complete solution. When it comes to technology, we are there. We are here to give you a complete solution, not only giving you a dedicated internet, whatever the capacity you need. We also provide like bulk bandwidth, dark fiber, and also like I was always emphasizing on security, clouds, all those things. So we have our own like clouds, cyber security system. We host your company data on our data center. We have like primary and secondary data center. Primary is located in Accra and secondary is located in Kumasi. So like I was always keep on saying that no need to invest on huge capex just to secure your data. We are here, just pay as you go. Whatever the capacity you need, you can just go with us. We will ensure that your data is secured, your system is secured, you have uninterruptible internet service from us, so that your company data, your company infrastructure, and also we also monitor your company network performance. We have dedicated NOC who is like tirelessly working 24/7 just to ensure that your network performance, your data is fine with us, secure with us, so that you can just relax and concentrate on your own business while we are working for you 24/7 to secure your data and work for you. So please have any queries, any support, anything, Smart Infraco is there for you, and your data, your system is safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Palaksha. So on to Emmanuel, 80.
Thank you very much, Ernestina. So, AT, apart from being a mobile telecommunications mobile service provider, we provide digital solutions to businesses as well. And what we try to do is take the burden away from businesses. We want you to concentrate on your core. We want you to concentrate on increase. We help you. We want you to concentrate on your core business by providing connectivity solutions and working with you to enable your business. So typically what we would say is that sit down with us beyond the connectivity, whatever you want to do, we are able to support you to make that happen. Uh, we provide data center services like Smart Infraco. We we also provide bulk SMS services. We provide APIs. We provide quite a number of digital enablers for businesses. Now, our pride is that we pride ourselves in prompt solutions delivery, high service availability, and proactive issue resolutions and support. So talk to us and we'll try and get it done for you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. So, all too soon, we've come to the end of an interesting webinar. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We hope you found the session very insightful and valuable. I personally enjoyed every conversation we had on here. And we say a big thank you to our speakers, Kwame Anoche, Emmanuel Owusu, and Palaksha Swami, for sharing your time and expertise, and to each of you for your thoughtful participation, questions, and engagements. So, these are quick reminders as we wrap up. If you've missed any part of the session or would like to revisit it, a recording and any related materials will be shared with you via your email. And we would also love to get your feedback because it helps us to improve and bring you even better experiences in the future. And once again, thank you so much for being with us. Stay safe, stay connected, and we look forward to seeing you again soon in our upcoming webinars. Have a great day.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Technology
Have a nice
continues to
weekend.
enhance and
Yeah,
advance the
have a
Yeah.
cause
nice
of
weekend.
humanity.
Yeah.
Here in
Thank you.
Ghana, the story is no different. The government had a vision to transform the nation through technology. It set up NITA and built the Eastern Corridor fiber cable to digitalize government administration and to amplify economic activity. Over the past years, NITA has partnered with Smart Infraco in this drive and achieved tremendous success with overhaul of the existing infrastructure. As the commercial and technical partner of NITA, Smart Infraco ensures that all public and private enterprises have easy access and enjoy the full benefits of connectivity on network.
Smart Infraco is a telecom company, and we provide managed service to other telecom companies. We also support them to transform their infrastructure. At the moment, we are into partnership with National Information Technology Agency, that's NITA. Since we came on board, what we've done with NITA is to upgrade their infrastructure.
It's a good relationship because at times when government doesn't take these responsibilities up, because government has other priorities, but if they give it to a private partner like Smart Infraco, that they've come in, they are investing heavily.
It has also set up an open neutral access digital infrastructure to make the nation ready for 5G. Technology continues to enhance and advance the cause of humanity. Here in Ghana, the story is no different. The government had a vision to transform the nation through technology. It set up NITA and built the Eastern Corridor fiber cable to digitalize government administration and to amplify economic activity. Over the past years, NITA has partnered with Smart Infraco in this drive and achieved tremendous success with overhaul of the existing infrastructure. As the commercial and technical partner of NITA, Smart Infraco ensures that all public and private enterprises have easy access and enjoy the full benefits of connectivity on network.
Smart Infraco is a telecom company, and we provide managed service